Getting a massage or eating healthy, great forms of self-care, but it's not self-love. That goes way deeper than that. It's how you feel about yourself on a daily momentum basis. We're going to dive into that in this episode. But first, I want to welcome you to the Conscious Manual, where I help you to love yourself so you can love your life and create the reality that you actually want. Now, self-care versus self-love. I'm going to start with a question for you. Who are you living for? Are you living for yourself, or are you living to please other people? The first one is true self-love. The second one is far from that. True self-love is unconditional love. There's no transaction there. You just love yourself the way that you are and accept everything about you. The things that you don't like, how you look, how you speak, how you feel, you still love it because it's part of who you are. It's part of your existence. And as long as there are some aspects, physical, emotional, mental, whatever, that you are pushing away, that you're not accepting, it's not self-love. It's conditional. For example, going to the gym, that is self-care, taking care of your physical vessel. But if you're going to the gym to look good in order to attract other people, it's a transaction. It's not self-love. You're not doing it for yourself. You're living for someone else. Whatever that you're doing to please someone else is not a form of self-love. If you go to a massage, fantastic, I love massages. Can be an expression of self-love, but it's not self-love. Self-love is how you feel about yourself all the time. Self-love is how you talk to yourself all the time. Self-love is how you talk to yourself towards others all the time. It's not a momentary basis, it's all the time. Another example, when your boundaries are crossed, when you let your boundaries cross, you have to allow it for people to cross them. And you're not doing it for yourself. I had so many times when my mother would say, just do it for me. If there was a conflict or whatever in the family. And I would do so just to please her and just to have peace and quiet. And I would give my power away and it would actually be not beneficial for myself. I was taking care of myself because I would be safe, but I wasn't loving myself because I didn't agree with how it was or how it played out. So how do you now implement self-care versus self-love? You can care for yourself by eating healthy, by going to the gym, by watching or reading energizing material, by meeting with like-minded people. All great forms of self-care. And self-love is the binder between all of that. Are you meeting up with these people because it feels good to you, self-love, or because you feel obliged to, not self-love? Are you reading the books because someone told you to read them, not self-love, or because you really want to, self-love? And did you tell that person, actually don't want to read it, self-love? Are you going to the gym because it makes you feel good, because you have more energy throughout the day, self-love? When someone tells to me they don't have time for me time, they don't have time to meditate, they don't have time for whatever, but they do have time to meet up at places, to watch whatever nonsense, it pisses me off. Because you're you're living for other people. You're giving your power away to, it can also be material stuff, to soaps, podcasts, whatever. If you don't have the time to have basic self-care, which is like sleep. Imagine if you never sleep. You wouldn't survive 5 days. I think the world record is actually longer, but whatever. You wouldn't properly survive. Meditating for me is the same. I've been now more than 5 years with daily meditations. If I would skip a day, it would mean the same like not sleeping. That's how dedicated it feels to me, and that is a part of self-love, because I prioritize that. I prioritize time for myself because I know it fuels me. I know I will be ready for whatever the day comes to me. But I have my priorities straight. I self-love. I come first. I live for myself so I can show up the best that I can be and help other people. If I neglect that, if I would go into social media straight away, if I wouldn't sleep enough, if I would just do whatever people tell me or ask for me, I would be scattered, I would be in low energy, I wouldn't be able to help anyone. And I said so in a previous video. That's why being selfish is amazing. If it comes from a heartfelt place. I put myself first so I can be on 100%, give myself the best that I can in the capacity of today, and then I can help other people in the same way. So keep taking care of yourself, but don't lie to yourself that you're loving yourself by just doing these loose practices of get your nails done, of hanging out with the boys, taking some me time at the pub. I'm not doing all that anymore, but you do what you do. Make sure that you love yourself unconditionally. Accept every part of yourself. Look to yourself in the mirror. That's for me the quickest way to self-love. I do this every day, 10 minutes in the morning. I look to myself in the mirror and I say everything that I want to hear. Well, that I actually wanted to hear when I was a kid, and that I was looking for in other people. That I love myself, that I am worthy, that I am enough, that I'm always loved, that I'm always there for me. That is true self-love. Giving what you think you need from the outside world to yourself. And there's no form of loose self-care that can compete with that. Imagine just you looking in the mirror. Even better, completely naked, just scanning your whole body. Even if thoughts come up, judgments, just let it be there. And keep telling yourself that you're beautiful. I am beautiful. I am beautiful while you're looking at yourself. Because all this scam about how you're supposed to look like is shit from the outside. You decide how you want to look like. You decide how you want to feel in your body. And if you like it, then don't change it. And if you don't like it, then change it. But do it for yourself. Don't do it for other people. Keep caring and start loving without a transaction. It's the kind of love that a mother has for a child. Whatever they're doing wrong, they're still loving them. Goes way deeper than caring. Unconditional love for yourself is what keeps you going, what keeps you fueling. Is your engine towards your dreams. It's your power towards your passions. It's eternal. Self-care can come and go, but self-love is eternal. And it's a daily mission to see how you talk to yourself when you make a mistake. Are you condemning yourself? Are you forgivable? How you talk to other people, about yourself or about others, because it's a mirror in your soul. Not saying to stop massages because I fucking love massages. I'm saying to ask yourself if you're not fooling yourself, that you're doing the work, but you're actually not. Be radical in your honesty. Are you loving yourself the way that you want to be loved? The way that you love other people? Are you loving yourself the same or even better, more? Go to meditation, journal it out. And again, the quickest way to discover this is to look in the mirror. For 5 minutes, put a timer on. Look into your own eyes. And give yourself sweet talk. How much you love yourself. The things that you used to dislike or whatever, tell the opposite story of how much you love that about you. Because it's part of you. Whatever part of you that you pushed away in the past, you're not doing that anymore because you understand that it's part of you. Can you see how simple that is? It's part of you So you accept it. And it diminishes all the weight, all the heavy loads on it, because it's part of you. You can still change it if you want to, but you accept it nonetheless. So stop making it transactional. Stop living for other people. Stop bullshitting yourself. And start doing the work of deep self-love, and start with the mirror exercise. Every day, look in your own eyes and tell yourself how beautiful you are, how lovable you are, how enough, worthy, and good enough you are. And that is true self-love. That is accepting who you are. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and all the rest that I need to say in this stuff. And as always, remember, you are epic. Ciao, ciao.